You join me today at Anglesey for the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. This circuit, situated on the coast, always produces great action. And it's the first time that the Fiestas have been here for some time. Now, with me at the moment is Championship leader James Waite. James, it's been a great season for you so far. Lots of action happening, leading the championship as well. You must be coming into this weekend feeling pretty ecstatic.
You know, well, I've never been to Anglesey before, so it's pretty exciting to be here and learn a new track. You know, it looks like it's going to have a lot of action, you know, it's quite twisty, so that'll be good. I qualified second, which puts me in a really good advantage point over my championship rival, David Nye, so you know, I'll just have to see what I can do in the first race.
Yeah, as you say, it's the first time that you've raced here. Is there anything about the track that stands out, particularly sort of the run-up to the hairpin, because that's quite a long run coming out of Church Corner, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of hairpins, so it's sort of start-stop. It's not as flowing as I thought it would be, but, you know, there's a massive long straight, so as long as you get the run, you should be on for a good lap.
Well, we look forward to seeing you out there. It's good to see the team are getting everything ready and prepared for you for race one, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And with that, it's over to Richard John Neal to take you through all of the race one action.
Thanks, Lloyd. The grid headed by Isaac Smith from James Waite, then it's Alistair Kellett and David Nye on row 2. Jake Dawson with Sam Watkins next up from Zachary Lucas and Jamie Going. Adam Durant with us again, which is good news. His second meeting. John Cooper alongside the grid completed by Josh Watkins and Ryan Falconbridge. This is round 15 of the championship. Championship leader James Waite from David Knight. Jamie Going third, just a point ahead of Sam Watkins, but we are racing here on Anglesey. Unlike the test day on Friday, beautiful conditions today. The white and blue car from pole though, Isaac Smith leads them away. James Waite in second place, 3 wide there with Jamie Going up on the inside line of Jake Dawson. Sam Watkins coming through as well. Very wide bit of drifting there from Zachary Lucas. Zach, one of 7 different drivers that have won in this championship so far this year. But it's Isaac Smith looking for his 3rd win. Hasn't won since round 5, which was at Pembrey. Great start. Must like Wales, Isaac Smith. And he potentially could be the top point scorer from our 2 Welsh meetings. David Nye running in 3rd. Nye second in the championship. Nye in the white car with the red trim. And a car spears off. It's the 54 car of Jake Dawson, who collides with James Waite, the championship leader. Flips, comes to rest. I hope that the drivers are okay. Now, that is at the very least going to be a safety car as the cars come down through the corkscrew. It's a red flag, very understandably, and a pretty quick decision taken by the BRSCC officials, and the cars will reform on the grid. Let's hope the drivers are okay. It certainly looks as if Jake Dawson is okay. The 54 car, here's the replay, so they're going up the hill. Dawson skews off and spears the 17 car and then flips over. Here's another view, just over the grass. I'm not sure what caused the 54 car to go onto the grass to the left, but that is a fair amount of hit. He might have lost a wee bit of speed on the grass, but not very much. And sad to see James Waite and Jake Dawson out of the race. Restart here on Anglesey, and in car with a driver who has won here in the past, Alistair Kellett. Gets away well. Kellett in second position, started the first start in 3rd place. Jamie Going is next up, then Sam Watkins, 3 wide again as they go. Sort themselves out though, going down into the hairpin for the first time. David Nye, this time back in 5th position. Alistair Kellett had 2 Class D wins last time we were here in 2016. David Nye was the earliest winner in this championship at Pembrey. That was in 2008. And race car consultant team boss David Elsley has had several wins. He also won here in 2008. So we'll be passing on his knowledge and expertise to his drivers as David Nye comes under pressure on the outside line from Sam Watkins. Right in behind is Zachary Lucas. If you've got any thoughts about coming in and joining this wonderful championship, a little bit of contact. Lucas on the back end of Sam Watkins, who heads towards the tyres but collects it all up before there's any damage. Meanwhile, It's hard pressure here for second position. Checking out down the road is Isaac Smith, but David Nye coming under big pressure from John Cooper in the 88 car. Really nice to see John Cooper getting some decent luck at last. No luck, sadly, for Zachary Lucas, who has a spin, but this is the battle for second position, and Cooper looks down the inside line here of David Nye. Nye, the multi-champion, in theory is going to take the championship lead here with the demise of championship leader James Waite. Waite's first non-finish of the season, been so consistent. And the one thing I didn't get to say was that, before he went off, was that he hadn't had a DNF this year. That's what usually happens. But this man, looking for win number 3 of the season, will become the second most winningest driver of the year. David Nye has 5 wins, but Isaac Smith, this is win number 3, and will do his championship chances no harm whatsoever in the 21 car. So Smith comes down the hill. He's had 2 retirements already this year, so won't want too many more drop scores, and this could put him very much back up towards the sharp end of things as the 21 car comes through the last corner down towards the checkered flag to win round 15 of the championship. Smith takes the win. Waved yellows there as well as the checker, but Smith is well clear. It's Alistair Kellett who will take second position here from David Nye. Third goes to John Cooper from Adam Durant, then Ryan Falconbridge and Josh Watkins. Sam Watkins is 8th, Zachary Lucas in 9th. Non-finishers, Jamie Going, James Waite and Jake Dawson. Fastest lap to the race winner, Isaac Smith.
Isaac, congratulations on the victory. The red flag didn't appear to dampen your driving too much.
No, well, we got a really good start at the start, but unluckily my mate James got taken out up at the top. But I think he's okay, so should be okay. Really, I cannot thank Race Car Consultants enough and my parents. The car was absolutely amazing.
James, thank you for taking the time to speak to us, particularly after the incident. That was quite shocking to watch. Talk us through it from your perspective.
Well, you know, I was coming round the hairpin at the back straight. I was coming out at normal, going for maybe a possible overtake in first place, and out of nowhere I just get T-boned about 100 mile an hour. So, you know, from my end, it's not too great, especially when the championship points are quite close, so not ideal.
Is there anything that the guys can do? They've obviously done a lot of work on the car overnight. Looking ahead to race 2, what can you do from your starting position? Do you think you've got a car to be able to go up and challenge for the podium?
Well, absolutely. The team have done an amazing job to work so hard overnight and get the car prepared. We never thought it'd even be out today, so massive thanks to them, and the car should be brilliant for this race.
Well, as we just heard from James, the Jam Sport team have worked tirelessly overnight to get the car together for him to go out for race 2. With that, it's over to Richard to take you through all of the action.
Cheers, Lloyd, and also to James Waite for taking the time to talk to us after a particularly disturbing day for him yesterday. James is on the grid, but of course with damage in race 1 you start off the back as a non-finisher from race 1, back of the grid for race 2. We are missing, sadly, Jake Dawson, but it's Isaac Smith, of course, on pole by virtue of his win in race number 1. Alistair Kellett lines up with him on the front row of the grid ahead of David Nye and John Cooper. We are heading into round 16 of this year's championship. We have 2 more meetings to go after this. Watch for the lights, they're on already. So Smith in white and blue, Kellett in blue and yellow on the outside line. John Cooper makes a good start from 4th on the grid. John Cooper in car with one of our many race winners in this championship. David Nye's up ahead. Nye to the left exploring the outside line. John Cooper is in 3rd position at the moment, side by side for 3rd for the 2 Daniels Motorsport cars, but the 13 car of Ryan Falconbridge here looks to the outside line at the moment, now dives to the inside, sees a gap and down into Church Corner. That was a very decisive move by Ryan Falconbridge, as getting a little bit crossed up there is David Nye. You won't see too many passes like that. It was a very gutsy move by Ryan Falconbridge, who read the situation well and made that position. He's still very much involved in a battle, but it's Isaac Smith leading from Alistair Kellett. The front row starters still first and second. James Waite getting stuck in there. He is in red on the outside line at the moment of John Cooper. Adam Durant immediately in front of him in the 74 as well. See the white and green spare Jam Sport bonnet on the 17 car. So a really good effort by Jam Sport to get that car out on track. And it just goes to prove that James Waite has not been fazed by what happened in race number 1. His first retirement of the season. Not that far away from battling with the podium group here, having started stone last on the grid. So a very good, impressive start for him. Smith leads though from Kellett and Nye. Kellett and Nye between them, so probably more experience around Anglesey than the rest of the field. Ryan Falconbridge still dicing hard in the 13 car. And remember, over half of the drivers in this field have won races this year. So if that doesn't give you the incentive to say, I want to join a very close and competitive championship, the BRSCC Fiesta Championship racing with MRF Tyres is a very good choice. I think this is the most competitive season I have seen in Fiesta racing in many, many years of calling it. Little problem there as one of the cars runs wide and up on the inside line goes Zachary Lucas past Jamie Going. So no mistake from Going. He's obviously been burning the midnight oil a little bit. There is James Waite having a good run. So Waite goes through up ahead of Adam Durant. Waite continues his progress through the field. Behind Durant we've got the 7 car of Sam Watkins, then the 88 of John Cooper. Welcome back to Anglesey and our second of 3 BRSCC Fiesta Championship races. This the battle for second place. David Nye is putting a lot of pressure here on Alistair Kellett. Looks at the outside line. Really good run so far from Zachary Lucas, who is in 4th place. Nye looks on the inside line. That'll be the outside for the next part of the complex. The outside line means that there's a little gap. Zachary Lucas looks to try and get it. Nye is unfazed about that little tap on the back end and continues to chase Alistair Kellett, who remains in 2nd place. So a 3-way dice for 2nd position here with Alistair Kellett leading the way. Still ahead down the road is Isaac Smith, looking for win number 2 of this meeting. Smith looking very, very sharp this weekend. Out of the corkscrew, down into the final turn here on Anglesey they go. Smith with fastest lap as well at half distance, lap 7, 1:20.887. Bit of an issue there for Jamie Going in the 46 car. Picks up a bit of bodywork. The racing, well, very physical in race number 1, as you saw. This one, I would say, slightly more settled. Here's the battle for 2nd place. David Nye, of course, looking to try and close in on James Waite in terms of the championship lead. We lost James Waite on lap 6 of this race. Another retirement, sadly, for him, but 2 retirements will count as 0 drop scores. He's got a decent points haul so far in the championship, so could still, depending on what happens in race 3, could still emerge from Anglesey heading to Silverstone with the championship lead intact. Nye, remember, 2nd in the championship. That's the 2nd of the cars we're looking at. Then it's Zachary Lucas in 4th place. Lucas, double race winner this season. The race winners, incidentally, Sam Watkins, David Nye, James Waite, Isaac Smith, Zachary Lucas, Ryan Falconbridge and Jamie Going have all had wins this year. 7 out of 12 qualifying drivers here on Anglesey this weekend, having taken race wins in the championship. Adam Durant being closed in on by the race leader Isaac Smith, who will make it win number 4 here. He's closing in on David Nye, who has 5 wins in the championship. And this is going to put Isaac, who started the meeting in 5th place, up towards 3rd in the championship standings. It's all going to depend on race 3 for him, where he emerges. But it's been a faultless drive so far in both of the races for Isaac Smith. He's been very consistent. His lowest finish has been an 8th and a brace of 6 positions as well. But other than that, he's been up towards the podium most times as he comes down through the final turn and takes win number 2. Isaac Smith buzzes the pit wall. He's around about 15 seconds clear of the chasing pack for 2nd position, and it's Alistair Kellett who brings the Zetec S home in 2nd. David Nye is 3rd. Then Zachary Lucas from Ryan Falconbridge. Jamie Going completes the top 6. Then the Watkins brothers, Sam ahead of Joshua, and Adam Durant completing the finishes in 9th place. Isaac Smith also getting the fastest lap with a 1:20.877.
As we spoke yesterday after your second place, and you said it was going to be, another tough one again today. Second race in, you had David Nye on your tail pretty much the whole 20 minutes. He was pushing you, wasn't he?
Yeah, Isaac got away at the start. Dave was on my bumper from the first lap, first corner for the whole race. Nearly got past me a couple of times. Ran out of tyres halfway through the race, and then I think he ran out of tyres towards the end, which actually helped me. So, tough race, very enjoyable, very nice to drive with Dave, very good.
It's the final race of the weekend here at Anglesey for the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. And it's a reverse grid for the first 4 positions on the grid. So last race winner, Isaac Smith, starts in 4th, and that means that Zach Lucas is on pole position. But anything can happen. It's over to Richard to take you through the race.
Thank you, Lloyd. It is Zach on pole, David Nye alongside, then Alistair Kellett and Isaac Smith. Ryan Falconbridge next to Jamie Going on row 3. 4th row, the Watkins brothers, Sam and Josh. Then it's Adam Durant, John Cooper and James Waite completing our lineup for round 17 of the championship. Race 3 here on Anglesey. The weather has stayed good for us. The racing has been good. A few dings that we really perhaps would rather not have seen. But again, plenty of stories to be told. There's the 5-second board. He's the man who's had the double so far. Isaac Smith lines up in 4th position on the grid. He's away fairly efficiently. It's a better start from the inside of the front row from Alistair Kellett. And the battle for the lead between David Nye and Zach Lucas. It's Lucas that's got the better run. Nye's going to explore the outside line, as to is Isaac Smith. Smith trying to dice with Alistair Kellett, but it's Zach Lucas leading. David Nye looks down the inside line. Lucas runs wide, bounces over the curbs, loses a bit of speed. Now we've got a change for the leader, change for 3rd as well. Through goes Isaac Smith into 3rd place. And up into the lead goes David Nye, so it's Nye leading. Lucas 2nd, Smith 3rd, Kellett in 4th. Dramatic opening few corners here on Anglesey. So David Nye heading up into Rocket with Zach Lucas coming under a little bit of pressure here from Isaac Smith, who will be thinking about, now getting into 3rd place, will be thinking very much about taking a hat-trick of wins here. John Cooper ahead of James Waite. James, of course, non-finished race 2 as well. But that car pretty much shaken down now, you have to say. The red 7 car there is Sam Watkins. Then Cooper, then James Waite. James still leading the championship, I think, on drop scores. In fact, no, David Nye might just be ahead. Again, we'll get confirmation at the end of the day as we ride on board with Isaac Smith again. This is the battle for 2nd place. In fact, they're battling for 2nd. Smith looks down the inside line as they head down towards turn 1. Zach Lucas coming under pressure. In-car with Isaac again, moving up in towards the hairpin, half a gap here. Depends on momentum coming out. Lucas went very wide on lap 1 and again does so, leaving a gap for Isaac Smith to come through. Alistair Kellett is 4th there, side by side for 2nd position. Isaac Smith's got his nose in front and I think he's going to take P2. There's barely room on the outside. Was there a little bit of contact between the two? Zach Lucas doesn't want to lose the place. He's still side by side and has reasonable speed as they come up the hill in towards the Rocket Complex. Smith is there. Zach has hold on to this. That was a great hold on by Zach Lucas for 2nd place. Smith goes wide. Through goes Alistair Kellett. And Smith bumps the curbs. Ryan Falconbridge is through as well. I tell you what, if Smith was thinking about a hat-trick earlier on with David Nye a little way ahead of this group, and now Isaac Smith back in 5th, no, make it 4th position, nips back on the inside line, and Ryan Falconbridge is going to return the favour on the cutback again, and more side-by-side action for Smith, this time with Falconbridge right to his outside. Falconbridge, maybe at this stage of the race, will be thinking that the hat-trick here is not really doable. He's got so much work in front of him now in this partially reversed grid. Started 4th. He's still in with a shout of decent podium points here. In car with Isaac Smith again. Alistair Kellett immediately in front. Smith's still got time to do something. You can see David Nye's car pops into shot, still in the race lead from Zach Lucas second. Alistair Kellett third position now. Let's have a look, see what Isaac can do. Into Church Corner, good momentum here. He's going to have to try and employ the inside line here, out of Church, through School Corner, and then up into Rocket. If he can get the job done, yes he has. He's got enough clout here to go through. Back onto the podium for Isaac Smith. Kellett relegated to 4th. Defensive run into Rocket for the new third place man Isaac Smith, so it could be 2 wins and a podium for him. That will be good. There is Adam Durant in the 74 car, our newcomer, ex-Carter, running well. James Waite right behind him as well, trying to get some points here. Oh, look at that. That's Ryan Falconbridge. Another opportune move by Falconbridge. Seen some good passes from him today. Passes Alistair Kellett, I think, for 4th place. Durant under pressure. Smith now getting stuck in for P2. And Zach Lucas, who didn't want to let it go first time. Fine piece of racing between those earlier on in this race. Now looks to the inside line again. Superb battle between these two. In car with Alistair Kellett. That's Jamie Going nipping past as well. So Jamie Going now about to try and hunt down on Ryan Falconbridge. So Falconbridge from Going and Alistair Kellett. Kellett hasn't given up either though, and will try and fight back in the leading Z-Tech S. John Cooper in the other Z-Tech S. Here comes Going into the wide line there at the banking, goes wide. Kellett's going to grab the position back. Great move from Kellett to nip back through on the inside line. So Kellett passing Going. He's got to try and close in on Ryan Falconbridge. Falconbridge immediately in front of him through Church Corner down towards School now. Just looking either side to see whether we can see Jamie Going coming into shot. Now we've lost David Nye out of this race, therefore this is the battle for the lead. Zach Lucas with Isaac Smith chasing hard. So Smith, we said that a treble was going to be out of the question now, and he gets the lead. Isaac Smith right the way around the outside line, grabs the lead from Zach Lucas with a decisive move back into lead position. He gesticulates from the 21 car. This could be a hat-trick for Isaac Smith. Down through the corkscrew. Zach Lucas is second now. Smith, if he finishes here, by my maths, moves to 3rd in the standings from joint 5th coming into this meeting. And there's the checker. It's a hat-trick for Isaac Smith. Zach Lucas 2nd, 3rd place Ryan Falconbridge. Jamie Going next up from Adam Durant, then Alistair Kellett. James Waite 7th, retains the championship lead. John Cooper 8th from Josh Watkins. Non-finishers Sam Watkins and David Nye, who is still 2nd in the championship standings and gets the consolation of fastest lap in that one on lap 2.
Well, Isaac, 3 out of 3. That's a pretty good weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's certainly a good weekend. I cannot thank Race Car Consultants enough, especially after 2 weeks ago we only just really got the car out for a race at Brands Hatch, and it's been had a full respray and everything. It's just, it looks as good as what it did when I got it, and it definitely is as fast.